Hello, welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I am going to be making something that I'm calling the spiral flower. I am going to be using Art Pro resin, and this is my mold that I made with the crystal edge. I am going to give you the recipe as I go, so hopefully this is something that you can give a try and see how it works for you. So I mixed up 200 mils of Art Pro, and this is what's left. Whatever's left is my push. So I have 35, and I go by mils, sorry, 35 mils of clear resin. I have 30 mils of black using Liquitex Carbon Black, and I used 3 drops of black. I have red here. This is Liquitex Naphthol Crimson, and this is 30 mils, and I added 3 drops. This is my white. It's 40 mils, and I used 2 small drops of Let's Resin Ocean White. And then I have some small black stones. Well, some black crushed glass. They're not super small, but they're mixed sizes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is a super easy pour. Hopefully it'll work. I did try it. The last one I tried was in a different mold, and that video might be up already by the time this comes out. But without further ado, we shall begin. All right, so first I'm gonna pour the clear. And I just want clear to kind of cover the bottom of the mold. So if you're using a wider mold, you probably need to use a little bit more clear. It just kind of depends. I have not done it in a wider mold yet. That'll be my next trick. But I'm doing it in this more shallow, not more shallow, more deep mold. The other mold I have is the same amount of resin, but it's wider, so it's a little more shallow. So I'm going to take and pick this up and just move it to make sure that the clear is coated the entire bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is use the black, and I'm going to take and make spirals with it. So just spiraling the black. Does not have to be perfect. I do try to pour the same amount on one side than I do on the other, just so everything is even, but it's kind of hard. But just spiral it around. Like this. There we go. The next color I'm going to do is the red. I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I'm just going to spiral it around. Does not have to be perfect. But what I like about this, because the 2 colors that are pretty consistent are the black and the white, is that the black mixed with whatever color you choose, so like in this case the red, makes it darker, so it'll end up being like a burgundy color in the end results, which comes out really, really cool. You can also add a second color by adding color to the white, and I'm going to do one of those next time. But there's a lot of little variations. You can also add another layer of mica powder. So all these different forms of the spiral flower. So now I'm going to come and I'm going to do the same thing with the white. Just do a bunch of spirals. They don't have to be even, but you want to try to have the same amount of white around, so the same, so you don't have one side that has heavy white, because that'll just make your center be off. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna do my push and then put my stones in. And that's it. It's super, super easy to do. Doesn't require a lot of thought or preciseness. Just kind of keep an eye, make sure you don't overfill. I'm pouring my push in pretty slow because I don't want to push everything out super far. All right, so this actually takes closer to 180. I've gotten 100, almost 200 in it before, but 180 is perfect for it. So I could go a little more, but I'm just gonna stop because I don't want to push it. All right, so now I'm just gonna put my stones in the center. Push them down and make sure they are even where I want them to be. All right, now I'm just gonna torch, and then I might put on a little time lapse, although I don't know that I'm gonna need it. It's closing up pretty well. I did have my resin sit for about 15 minutes because it's kind of cold here right now. But I'll put on a time lapse just in case. Actually, let's just wait a second. It's gonna close. I'm not gonna have to. What happens is the top part, the top here that you can see will close, and even if it doesn't close all the way, that's okay, because what happens is the white goes down and then comes back in towards the center. So even if there's a little space right there, it doesn't matter. It's still most likely going to close in the center, or mostly close, but all the ones I've done before have closed, even though there's been a little clear spot here, and I've been able to see over about an hour, everything kind of moves in underneath, all the white does, and it comes out really cool. So I'm not gonna do a time lapse. I am just gonna let it be, and I will see you tomorrow when it is done curing. All right, let's see how this came out. I don't know if you can see, but the white is all around in the center. So it did come in and it closed. So let's see what we got here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Exactly what it's supposed to look like. Oh, I love it. I love it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.